Okay, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Skinny Penis. No, um, today we're gonna get on to comms, cause I had to put my current comms on hold because of school. We love college, taking away what free time you do have. But I'm glad that my clients are very understanding because that is saving me. But today we're just gonna have a very calm and collected stream. And that's pretty much it. Some moments I will be silent. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I will be silent sometimes, but it'll be a comfortable silence. And I think that's what really matters. So let's see. I am currently, let me shout her out real quick. I am drawing Maris, who is a Jellyfish Sea Witch VTuber. And she actually requested that I make her 5 new emotes for her. Give me just a moment. That I make new emotes for her new debut. Either it was a new debut or it's supposed to be a Give me just a moment. It's either supposed to be for an anniversary or she's doing a new debut for a shit, I'm trying to think. Oh my god! Wait. Or she's debuting a new model. Sorry, I got lost in thought. But essentially, I'm using my own emotes as like a guide with things. And I'm almost done with the sketch phase. Some things I am going to readjust. Let's see, panic. And then of course I'm going to resize accordingly. See, I'm gonna copy the nose and the brows. Like, when in doubt, copy and paste. If you already drew it, this isn't like an essay where you gotta cite yourself. Oh yeah, she gave me these Photoshop bases to go off of. Honestly, they're helping with positioning and stuff, so that's nice. Mm. Okay. Program. Give me a moment. I'm gonna X out of the program and then come back in. Because for some reason it's being weird. I love it when it does that, and then I jump a little. Let's try this again. Other than that, how's everybody's week going so far? I'm so ready for the weekend. I plan on getting out the house today. Well, not today, but technically I did get out the house today, although it was to do errands. We love errands. Also gonna use the eyes with this, it'll be fine. Browse. Let's see. I'm gonna tilt down the mouth a little bit so Mars can look a little bit more distressed. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Right arm. Wait, hold on. I'm contemplating something. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to do. Cause oh my gosh. Okay. I think I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm separating the arms. Cause to be honest, I don't like doing more than one limb in the same layer. But I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't trust myself. I'm scared. Places to go. Now that I think about it, has Pyda released any new music recently? Pyda! Oh, it's just remixes of Future Town. I'm okay. It's a good thing that the head is perfectly shaped. Let's see, nails. Okay, I want to add her nails just to add a more personal touch to her emote. Of course, it's gonna be a little bit difficult because I'm more or less breaking a rule of drawing chibis by adding nails, but it's like, bear with me because this is the way. Cause like it's gonna be small, but I guess whenever she gets to post the things in detail, I don't know how she's gonna post it. I don't know, but like it'll at least be a nice Easter egg for me to look at. Let's think about it that way. This is for me. This is my personal experience. Like, this is my Roman Empire. Speaking of Roman empires, what are things that y'all often think about? I have a couple of Roman empires myself. Oh my god, I sound like I sound like Green Goblin. See, I'm a bit of a scientist myself. I'm something of a scientist myself. Shout out William Dafoe. I remember. I'm pretty certain that he's in the new Miyazaki movie, specifically the dub, but General Kenobi. Oh, that's weird. I couldn't hear the sound alert this time. But hey, Zivia, how's it going? I'm talking about, or at least I asked the question, what's your Roman Empire? You know, something that you think about often. Cause I don't even know how I got to that. It's what happens when you draw and ramble. Don't draw and ramble, guys. It's as dangerous as drinking and driving. Think about too many things to answer that question. Yeah. That's what makes it hard for me to answer sometimes. But everywhere I go, maybe I should do a disco cover album. Like, I want to do a lot of cover albums, or at least a couple next year. I know that if I want to do, cause like, okay, I got playlists on Spotify by different categories of songs that I want to do covers of, cause I like singing. I'm starting to get back into singing. Cause one time I did a performance sometime around high school and I embarrassed myself, and it made me not want to do singing again. Ma'am, I'm trying to catch up. Why are you posting more assignments? Are you talking about your English class as being weird? Or is it something else? Or is it something else? No, my college experience. Rest in peace. We love college. I shake that up. I also should expand this playlist a little bit. I gotta. Have you just not gotten around to an art PNG? What do you mean, what art PNG? Have you just not gotten around to an art PNG? Art PNG of what? A drawing PNG for streams like this? Nope. Like, after I made this one, it kind of took a lot out of me. Because, like, okay, the way that I made this one, it's actually, it's more or less a base. Like, I made a base mannequin that's bald and naked so that I could be able to do alternate outfits and stuff, because I want to do, until I can afford a live 2D model, because I want to have a live 2D model at some point. I'm just going to do toggle redeems and stuff for the different outfits that I've designed for this. I actually got to get to doing one of those all outfits. But yeah, I just considered not doing a drawing PNG. It would have been nice. But I'm not quite sure how I want to do that, because I can't find any drawing poses and stuff, and that's always so difficult. Also, hey Donnie! My favorite songs? It ranges from category. Were you here when I was talking about how I had an idea of doing, how I had an idea to do, oh my god, how do you word? That's my favorite word. I wanted to do cover albums and stuff. I know for the rock album, I want to do some more vocal training, because I actually want to be able to do the vocal growls within the pieces that I pick, because I tend to gravitate a lot towards stuff like that with rock music, particularly bands like Ginger and Maria Brink, who does more of like a banshee scream. We gonna pray. Mars's hair is difficult, and it's probably because locks tend to be difficult for me, because like usually I have to sketch out the placement before I actually put it down with the brush that I'm using. That's probably the only other hair that I've struggled with aside from straight hair. Because like with straight hair, you want to be layered and stuff, but then at the same time you don't want to use too many lines, because that can get confusing very quickly. So I tend to do like a general shape and minimal line work whenever I do straight hair, and then I just color the rest. Like I add the additional lines with the shading. What's the other post that I gotta do? Okay. But there's that, and then there's, give me just a moment. But yay, Donnie! What other favorite songs? I don't necessarily have favorite songs, because like those change on such a regular basis. I can name an album that I can consistently listen to without getting tired of, but not necessarily a particular song, because that does rotate. An example is I will always be able to listen to Chromatica by Lady Gaga. I also really like the Humans album by Gorillaz. I love Turn Off the Lights by Kim Petras. Sometimes I like Bo-On's album My Time, but I gotta listen to that in moderation, because I don't know, my time just hits a bit differently. I got here when said wanted to add more music. Yeah, I just gotta look up more music to be able to add, cause like it's hard to find stuff that won't put you in trouble with Twitch or YouTube, because I do upload VODs. It's not delivery, it's the struggle. Rest in peace. Okay. Okay, you're done. Do you know when ads are playing? How do you know when ads are playing? Let's see. I have a setting where there's like a oh yeah, I have been forgetting to warn people though. I have a setting when it tells me like a minute before ads start rolling. I gotta readjust the hair placement. You can find. And the creator dashboard, yep. I can find it real quick. Give me just a moment. So what you want to do is go to creator dashboard. I want to find a blocker, but that takes me away. It doesn't take that much. I'm getting a lot more in the 3 subscriptions that I have than the ads. I don't even know if I'm actually getting ad revenue because I'm doing the minimum. Like, if y'all don't want to see ads, then you don't want to see ads, and that's okay. Because I use ad block. Let's see. Let me look at settings real quick. Go to creator dashboard, monetization, ads, and then there should be give me just a moment. Oh yeah, when you go into ad manager, there's an option to have upcoming ad break notification, and you could choose the amount of time that it gives you before. So like 1 minute before the ad start or whatever. Oh yeah, Donnie. Don't forget, Twitch decided to do an update where folks that you've banned from stream are no longer able to watch your live streams, but you have to manually change that setting. Unfortunately, it's not automatic. So make sure you go into your settings and take care of that. Because folks be crazy. No problem. Gonna have to find a way to give this hair a bit more volume. But yeah, but essentially what I'm doing, this is just a really chill stream. Cause not gonna lie, I'm kinda eepy. But I still wanted to stream regardless. So that's what we're doing today. We're having a chill time. I'm 2% panicking because drawing hair is hard. I literally sent an email to Vigalia. You know, she's the lady that's been doing the different brushes for protective and curly hairstyles and stuff. And I'm like, ma'am, I got a couple of black OCs with lace fronts. I really need a straight hairbrush. Why is the really good one I have to pay for? I hate it here. What do you mean the really good one? Really good one of what? Blocker. Because it takes time and money in order to code these things and constantly update them so that websites can't bypass them. Rest in peace. But no, I'm like, Vigalia, please. I got a couple of characters with straight hair, and you've already been saving my butt when it comes to drawing. Cause like I never had a problem. Like I never found it difficult to draw curly hairstyles and stuff. It's just, it did help streamline the process. It definitely helps streamline the process. Cause like even if you draw out the shape and you use the outline setting for your I'm trying to think. Thinking is hard. Outline setting for your layer, it could still take a long ass time, especially if you're like really detailed with your stuff. So like that helped. It also helped with drawing braids and stuff, because I didn't struggle with drawing braids. But holy crap, does having a braid brush save a lot of time. Especially with the kind of variation of braids that I could do. You know, it's nice. So like I hope that Vigalia stays blessed, but I'm like, ma'am, you made lash brushes. Yep. Welcome to the mod. If I'm preoccupied with something and somebody shows up with a raid, type exclamation point raid. I need to get more of my oomfies. Like Donnie, I need to give you mod perms from when you show up. I'm gonna exploit y'all's labor for being my friends and showing up to stream, because that's what friends are for. Free work. Love you. Also, I gotta make a list of like shout out commands. Now that I think about it, I gotta do things. Speaking of things I gotta do, finally, I know that you're doing a Donnie. I know that you're doing a OC review stream, Electric Boogaloo, and finally, I got. Actually, no, I gotta update the art, but I have time. I finally got time to actually update the art for Nima, and I'm gonna submit her because like I talk about her so much, and I'm trying to spread the gospel of this of this very heinous but fashionable person because I love her so much. She's like one of my favorite OCs because she's one of the few characters that I had a very clear idea of when I made. And I also don't get tired of drawing her. I struggle with drawing her sometimes. Because it's not delivery, it's the struggle, but I enjoy the process. So the struggle is worth it. It's not like agonizing. Like one of the best ways to get good at drawing something is having a blurbo that you could obsess over a little bit. And then there's Bakura, your ultimate struggle. Surely because of, yeah, but we fixed it. We finally the main problem was like the lack of direction. Cuz I wasn't quite sure first we weren't quite sure what hair we wanted to give him. And then we finally found something. Now I'm gonna have to go back and look at the fucking brushes that I use. Because I know that I use one of Vigalia's curl brushes. I just gotta write it down in the notes for his character sheet. Like, I'm so serious. My character sheets are like the Bible for me. Because sometimes I will forget things. And it's not even that, oh, I put in too many details that I forget. It's more like, depending on what time of day I'm drawing it, I'm not going to think about that immediately. I'm going to have to fix this hair. My OCs are constantly changing. But then that's a good thing, especially, it's not necessarily a bad thing, especially if you're like, if they're still, that's the fun for me to, yeah, especially if, like, Donnie, you're doing, how long is your series? Like, what's the course that it's going across? Because, like, if it's over a long span of time, I would be surprised if they don't change somewhat. You know what? I'm gonna... Love me, let me do. Give me hug. Let me do. Give me hug. Love me, baby. Yeah, still got quite a few years to go. Yeah. Me, it's not necessarily the change, because, like, honestly, Zivia, how long do you think, if we're talking about, like, time inside of the story, how long do you think that it'll take for Nema and Bakura to deal with all of the stuff on both of their ends? Up until the marriage arc. Because, like, I'd say that they, depending on how fast-paced we make things, I don't know. I never considered that. And then with my other thing, Bearer of Light, one of these days I'm going to have a Bearer of Light stream. Because that'll actually incentivize me to, that'll incentivize me to actually talk about my other OCs and the creatures that I create. Because I actually want to draw my clown creatures. Like, my clown creatures are very terrifying, and I want to talk about them. But it's, like, also kind of hard to talk about them because I haven't even drawn these bastards yet. I know what they look like, vaguely. Like, pretty much what I'm going to do, as a sneak peek, is make them reptilian. Because I already have the thing about them coming from eggs because of that one fun fact of in order to copyright your clown face, you gotta draw it on an egg and hold it in a museum so people know who you are. And then another thing that I considered was making their neck frills actually a part of their body. And when they're pissed off or they're trying to intimidate someone, it flares out, sort of like those lizards. So I'm like, yeah, I have a vague idea. These things are going to be reptilian. And they're actually going to be able to do clown stuff. Like the stuff that people go to college for to learn to perform. These guys can actually swallow fire instead of like fake swallowing. These guys can actually swallow a sword instead of like pressing the button on the hilt so that it can condense. So, Bakura is 27, 28 at the time of the story. One of his final form to be unlocked at 30 if we are still using the creature evolves again and halfway through their life. We can change it around in terms of time span. Either way, it'll probably take more than... Yeah, it's definitely going to take more than a year. In time. Like, in story, it'll definitely take more than a year. And then with Barrel Light, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. It's not delivery, it's the struggle. I'll use this head. Like, make life easy on you. Copy and paste. When you know that it already has the angle that you want. Like, for those who don't know, Bearer of Light was a project that I started actually my senior year in high school. Because, like, well, close to my senior year in high school. Well, can you ask? Can you ask? Because I forget. But I appreciate you being here. No, I straight up forget. For those who don't know with Bearer of Light, because honestly, I haven't talked about it in years. I made like a head turnaround of my main OC, Eileen, and I did not post her ever since. Like this started junior year. What happened was my state has this artist association. It's like the Young Artists Association, and kids from across the state could like pull up and display their art. I'm gonna make the head a bit wider. It's a little bit too narrow for me. That bothers me. Say that like I don't forget what day it is half the time. Exactly, nigga. We're both what's the word? Not floundering. It's not floundering. We're both fumbling. To be honest, I'm not quite flabbergasted about the semester being over. It's more like, damn. You're in a position where everything is like going too fast. I'm in a thing where everything is going at a slow crawl. Like we are on two different. You know how Mercury is really fast? I'm on Jupiter. I'm on the slower orbit. I remember when I talked to my professor today because they said that they were going to move later this month. And we were like, hey, if we help you move at the end of the month, can we get additional points? And they were like, no, I'm a private person. And stuff like I appreciate it, but I would rather people not know where I'm going to live. And I'm like, it's okay, I got depression, so I'll disassociate and forget. Worst part about it, though. With the depression, it's more like forgetting immediate tasks. Like if I write it down, and to be honest, it's partially because I'm a visual learner to begin with, but like if I write it down, then I'll remember, and it'll be like, even if it's not at the forefront of my mind, it'll be there, right? It'll be there. It'll just be like in the mid part of my mind. But then other stuff is like I remember very devastating moments vividly, and it just pisses me off. And it's like, why? Why are we like this? Why were we put on this earth just to suffer? Like, we're eating mixed struggles. But no, what I mean is, could you please ask me? Because I'm not going to think about it until... It's sort of like a, Actually, what's the best way to describe it? It's sort of like a sleeper agent. Where I have to be in order for me to do it on my own, it has to be something very specific. Trying to think. Like if I hear a old song that I haven't listened to in eons that I made in a random playlist to like keep me on track. Honestly, I should try listening to my playlist again. Those playlists did help me keep on track with things. For those who don't know, I make playlists for different projects that I work on. Especially if I know that I'm going to do it for a long time. Like I don't do it for, say, a commission. But if it's like a character that I know that I'm going to draw over and over and over again, I make a playlist for them so it sort of keeps me on track. Because like Nima, part of what I liked about Turn Off the Light by Kim Petras. Turn Off the Light by Kim Petras inspired Nima. It's the Halloween album. And how the hell did I merge the brows with the nose? What did I do? It's fine. It's a sketch. Like, how the hell did that happen? And I recommend everybody listen to it because, like, one, there's not enough Halloween albums. There should be more of those. Because really all we have is, well, Turn Off the Light by Kim Petras. Dead Man's Party by Oingo Boingo. You know, they were the guys who made the song Weird Science. And, well, Dead Man's Party. Those are like two of the biggest pieces in there. And then there's Michael Jackson's Thriller. But technically Thriller was like the only spooky song on the album, I think. And Michael Jackson has had a couple of spooky songs, but he's never had really a spooky album. He just had the spooky song as the highlight of the album. But, Twilight, you're fine. We're eating McStruggles right now. I will cherish the days where we can actually have Christmas break and actually be able to work on the script. Honestly, we haven't even done the outline. We had to change some things because I decided to get rid of a character because I'm like, I can't develop her the way that I need. Oh, shout out essays. I gotta do that. Hmm. Fucking rhetorical analysis on essay on the letter from Birmingham jail. Is that the letter that Martin Luther King wrote? Or is it a different Birmingham? Is it Birmingham, Alabama, or the Peaky Blinders Birmingham? Yes, the Dr. King letter. Gotcha. Excuse me. Even if I don't get to the character sheet today. Lord Jeebus, please. Excuse me. I'm glad that I took my cough medicine. Like, I literally went to the store today because I'm like, I need medicine in my dorm. Yeah, let me go ahead and save. Thank you. Also, thanks, Donnie. Shout out Dr. King. His points get misconstrued all the time to justify I'm not sick. Okay, I'll hydrate. Like, I'm so tired of people like using him to be like, oh, you shouldn't violently what's the word? Violently oppose oppression. And it's just like, didn't this nigga say riots are the language of the unheard? That was a warning. But that's a whole other thing. Shout out that one episode of the Boondocks. You have 1,000 of these bitches, but you won't use the PNG toggles. I had to remind people. I ended up like bringing it down because it was like 2,000, and I'm like, let's do 1,000. Let's see if folks actually remembered that my PNG model has toggles. Trying to be spiteful. Okay. We'll see how that goes. Because I'm like, I do have toggles. Because I'm like, I wonder how often do people do like the, okay, hold on. What's the shortcut for it again? I'm so sorry. That was the wrong thing. I used the wrong control thing. Hold on. Alright. What was it? Control? Okay. Ta-da! But yeah, I actually did toggles for my model. Because I was just like, hey, until I could get a live 2D thing, I could still have fun with this. I had one job. Okay, I'm still learning how to do things. I have to focus on so many things. Also, I already told you that I'm functioning on like half E. I'm not blind. It is crazy because, like, okay, you just saw me fumble with all of these buttons because I already forgot my darn thing. So, like, the less frequent that people requested, the less I fumble on stream. Toggles are fun, Donnie. Let's see. I gotta change the mouse shape because it's not giving white. It needs to be wider because it's more like a ooh than a ah than a And now we wait so I can yoink the hat too. Also, hey Poppy, how's it going? How's it been? I'm just gonna copy this mouth and bring it down. and then I'll readjust. Shout out my friend Rhea from college. I would make, me and my other friend Rochelle, we would make jokes, and it's just puns for her name. Like we would say readjust or reevaluate. To show you how to trigger it automatically. Oh, how? I do want to get a stream deck at some point, cause like please tell me how to do that. Is there like a video tutorial or something? Hold on. Ta-da! Oh, actually, wrong thing. Ta-da! And then the head has been yoinked. Yeah, now my head is cold. Now I'm more likely to get sick. Bazivia, I'm not blind. I have astigmatism, but I'm not blind. I can actually see about what? I have 20/15 vision, which means that I can see about 15 meters further than the average person. It's just that one eye is worse than the other, so like it's a little bit skewed. But I considered being a sniper at one point because I wanted to go into espionage and stuff. It's amazing how I used to want to work for the state, and now I've become an enemy of the state. Slightly complicated. We can call sometime about it. Gotcha. But thank yous. Okay, I pretty much got these sketches like done-ish. I would hate to see into 2015. Was 2015 a good year for me? I think I was like a sophomore in high school in 2015. That was a decent year. It would be a hell of a headache looking into the past. My present and past... Actually, no, my present is a lot better. I'm gonna make the head bigger on this. I'm actually glad that my present is a little bit better than my past, because, like, holy shit. I still get... I actually find myself crying a lot more now, but, like, I'm at least able to let it out. I'm not in survival mode where I'm not really feeling anything. So that's progress. I think mine is slightly better. I know that you're in a physically better position. It's just marching band. Like, I say this wholeheartedly. Fuck your marching band. I'm so serious. Okay, let's get to the... Rest in peace. And the worst part about it is not even band in general. It's literally just marching band. So let's see. I'm gonna look at my... How big is this sheet? Now that I think about it, because I'm like, if I'm starting a new character design sheet, I keep forgetting how big this file is. Not the Piccolo. You see the amount of time it's taking? Okay, so 7... So since I gotta look at my old files in order to see... So new one... This is 7950. 7950. We'll be moving from study hall, so I'll be back. Okay. 7950 by 4200. And the reason why I do these character design sheets so heckin' big is that if any artists uses it, then they can zoom in or whatever details and stuff without worrying about it pixelating. Okay. Do I actually have the pictures of Nia? Where's my reference folder? I'm being responsible and organizing my references. Hold on. I gotta take a picture out of my sketchbook because I also did some ideation in my sketchbook. It's hard for me, Donnie, whenever you do like I'm trying to think. Do you just sketch on your program, or do you also do like traditional sketches? I don't know why, but for me, I think it's easier for me to like ideate and do like test sketches in a physical sketchbook than to do it online. Like, that's probably why when I tried to do the character height thingy, it was a pain in the ass. I was like, please. I'm taking the pictures out of my sketchbook so I can have a decent reference to use, because that was helping. Used to do traditional sketches and then transfer. Now I do everything digital now. Gotcha. I'm probably gonna stick with the traditional and then transfer. I don't know why. I'm just in a different mental state whenever I do digital. Okay, let me. And then let me look at the previous. Furthest to the right. Number 3. Definitely feels looser. Yeah. Yeah, I have a little bit of a stabilizer on mine, so that also hinders certain things. So let me shout out who I'm drawing this for. Actually, let me go on Twitch and find his name real quick to make sure that I'm typing it in right. Okay. Okay, so he spelled it out the whole way. So, this next thing that I'm working on is for a consistent client. Shout out Basil, not the herb. So, something, baby, don't you dare. So I did like random head shapes and stuff. This is for a Pathfinder OC that he's working on. Her name is Nia, and she is based off of mainly Kenyan culture. Cause Pathfinder, they did like a lore expansion thing. Okay. They did a lore expansion thing, and they did an area. There's like 8 different cultural areas that they did, and about 5 of them are based off of different African cultures. And there's like the specific character that he made. Her name is Nia, or is it Naya? Give me a minute. Her name is Naya. She's Kenyan. Let's. Also, this is the newest update for Clip Studio Paint. They've changed the parameters a little bit, so they changed the parameters. Like, they added more parameters when it comes to the 3D model. Because there used to not be like 3 different things for the legs with the 3D models, and as y'all know, I love a good 3D model. Okay, she's a little bit wide shoulder. Make the legs just a little bit longer. Make the neck just a wee bit thicker. Oh no, this is gonna help with arranging the Okay, let's look at previous character sheets. It's the only character sheet that I've made and completed. Let's be a bit specific, is mine. Because I'm still working on the ones for Nima, Bakura, and Tai, who are like 3 of the humanoid or the more humanoid characters in the thing that Zivia and I are working on. I also need to look at the commission sheet. I know that it's front, back. I'm gonna do a layout sketch. No, it took a little bit of back and forth and a lot of cultural research to come up with a general idea of what to do. Okay, so it's front, back. There's going to be 2 headshots. Tattoo. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's the only thing additional. That's fine. And then, because I'm telling myself this ahead of time, so I don't get lost. Card, because we love getting lost. And then I might do the 2 heads on this side. Two heads on this side. The front and the back, and then have the eye, have the mouth, have like the 3 accessories. And then have the palette somewhere. Maybe at the top or bottom. Oh, put my glasses back on. Yay! Wait, hold on. I like how my knuckle crack was so big that it ended up picking it up. Let's see. I'm gonna put the palette up here. This thing is this is subject to change. I just like having a general idea of things. Wonder if I could copy and paste. Yay! I can! Stop! Actually, no. Let me undo that because I'm going to do her feet a certain way. Because her boots have a little bit of heel. Just a wee bit. Come on, turn. Turn around, turn around. I'll make the heel just a little bit more exaggerated. Just a little bit. Yeah, it'll be fine. Stop. Stop. I just want to turn the whole body, please. Please, I just want to live. Turn to here. Okay. We got a solid start. Now here comes the spooky part. Because it's been eons since I've done a character sheet. We gonna cry and pray. And the thing is, I am familiar with the process, but at the same time, it's just like, god damn it. Let's see. Let's do body base. Honestly, the trickiest part is naming layers, because I'm like, what am I going to put in this front? So I'll put clothes in a separate layer, because I like doing that, especially this is a one campaign thing for I almost said basil. No, for basil. Let me use a symmetry ruler. I'm gonna make the hips a little bit wider. Also, I wish that the stomach didn't dip in. Like, I do not want... Okay, that's better. Sorta. Is there a way to do it without... That's with the height. So keep it at 6. That's a bit better. Like, I can still readjust, but it's just... Okay, I noticed something was weird. I'm like, why isn't she face to the front? And then now I gotta move this down. Okay, that's better. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. You know, I love the 3D models, cause they did my taxes. They helped me move into my new home. I loved them, but in all seriousness, doing poses is hard, especially when I shot myself in the foot by exclusively doing more fashion-like poses for pretty much years. So yeah, never again. I'm gonna branch out. Should do a darker green. Let's lower the opacity a little bit more. Just a little bit more. 切ない瞳の夜には消えた言葉を探して chin a little bit more square. Tonight is all night, be funky, funky, funky night. Then I know. Okay, how do you draw stretch earlobes? Because I know she got stretch earlobes. I have to look at a picture of ghetto Suguru with a H and two T's. So let me do the hairline. So I already have that mapped out. Like, if that dude has 1,000 haters, I'm one of them. If it's 100, I'm one of them. If it's one, I am the one. Ears. And it's sad, because he's like a very pretty character. I just don't like him. Like, I would unironically draw this dude if I didn't consider him such a whiny bitch. Like, what a night, what a night. And also, if Gege didn't like insist on like putting so much focus on him, like, I need shonen writers to stop making trio friendships when they're only gonna focus on the two dudes that's in there. Like, why is Shoko there? They need to free her. Give us free. It's like the movie The Amistad. Give us free. I'll draw the gauges in the clothing layer. Base. Do the face. Like, I'm like, please. Please, Gege. It's not enough to give your women the ability to fight and not have them be regulated to love interests, which is great. Which is great. He's doing the bare minimum. But it's just like, you still got to treat them like people and not kill them off as soon as they're introduced. Please. Like, I'm begging you, Gege. Actually, no, I'm not begging him for shit. I wish the fuck I would, but like, I'm literally writing Jujutsu Kaisen fanfiction to cope. Especially after the recent episode. I haven't even watched it. I just know what happens. I'm upset. Like, you know how people call themselves Gojo gaggers? I call myself a Nanami nigga. Also, I hate the word Gojo gaggers. Like, I will always defend female Jujutsu Kaisen fans who like the grown men in there, because like, it gets on my nerves how there's literally dudes on the internet who's just like, oh my gosh, the girl Jujutsu Kaisen fans are this and that, and we're gonna experience the fall of civilization. It's just like, at least we're not liking little girls, we're liking grown-ass men. But then at the same time, you got like women being like, I'm gonna turn off my feminism for this. And I'm like, see, I don't know about y'all. But I don't have to turn off my feminism to thirst over a guy. I don't. Because I am simply built different. But unfortunately, some of these women do not respect themselves because they're out here calling themselves Gojo gaggers. out here calling themselves Gojo gaggers. Like, oh my god. Fuck do round eyebrows look like? What the hell do round eyebrows look like? Something that I really appreciate for when I do get commissions and stuff, I'm always taken out of my what's the word? I'm always taken out of my comfort zone. Is the ad over? I accidentally clicked it out. So I didn't realize yet. Okay, it's off. Okay, so pretty much what I was saying was something that I appreciate with commissions is that I'm always pushed out of my comfort zone. Because I do realize that some of my OCs, and it's partially because a lot of my OCs are self-inserts, so I always want to be able to tie something visually to myself in some way, because it is a self-insert. But I also have plenty of OCs that aren't self-inserts. I just don't draw them. I need to do better by them. My poor babies. But I like being taken out of my comfort zone and being willing to experiment with different stuff and different features and whatnot. It's like I can draw them. I just gotta do it more often. I gotta draw more often in general. But what I was talking about with the Gojo gaggers, like there's folks literally like, oh, they're gonna bring down the end of civilization and stuff, and I'm like, at least we not liking little girls. But no, the Gojo gagger thing, it's embarrassing. Like, bitch, come up with a better name. I'm begging thee. Stand up. I'm seeing women on the TL being like, I'm gonna turn off my feminism for this man, and I'm like, I'm like, Like, why can't you just say you're down bad? Why we gotta take it there? Are you okay? Anime fans are not okay. They're not gonna be okay. Speaking of Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm low-key pissed. Like, earlier today I said that I still haven't gotten to do my presentation because I'm in an evolutionary biology class, and we had to do a project where we picked a country and we looked at population stuff, and we had to make a prediction of the population growth within the next like couple of 100 years, right? And within the next couple 100 years, and I did it on Japan. And like, I was so excited because I was dressed up as Nanami on Halloween because my professor was just like, oh, if you dress up then you'll get additional points. And if you dress up you get additional points. And so I was dressed up as Nanami, and I did Japan, and I actually had a slide that makes a reference to that one scene where Nanami shows up and is like, work is shit. Because work is shit. Like, the work culture in Japan is so ass. And, like, I do have to keep the cursing to a minimum because this is a college presentation. But it's just like, I say, and I quote on my sweet Jesus, on my notes, that the work culture is so garbage that there's literally a word used to describe dying from overwork. Like, that's how we know we're in the trenches out here. I think I made the torso a little bit too big. So this is just the neck, please. Torso. I'm pretty much trying to keep her, like, she's wide, but she's like a wide banana. There really isn't, okay. She's like a banana, where she doesn't have like an obvious discernible waistline. Like, there's a little bit of dip, but not quite. But yeah, just say that you're down bad. Don't be like, I gotta turn off my feminism to like this guy. Like, I'm not gonna brag about not respecting myself. That's not cute to me. If we are gonna be, like, wholly honest though, a lot of the options, like, the only viable option in Jujutsu Kaisen is Nanami. Like, I love Gojo with my soul. I'm literally writing fan fiction about this dude as we speak. Well, not right now, but not right now. I did chapter 2 the other day. I'm proud of myself. Because it's been so long since I've written a fanfic. Because, like, I looked at my previous collection and stuff. Like, I started a Game of Thrones one and I did not put it down. Well, I did put it down. I don't think that I'm ever going to finish that. Like, I should probably do an announcement and let people know who've been, like, waiting for eons. Assuming that they didn't forget. Because I'm probably not going to pick that up again. I'll do like a smut chapter with the character that I wrote in Jon Snow as a consolation prize. I don't know. But, but no, what happened? Something stupid happened in Jujutsu Kaisen that I consider really stupid. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have to huff it and actually write this man. And I'm being full on serious. It's going to be a slow burn. I'm doing additional world building. I did research on Kenya, which actually helped me with helping Basil shape his character Naya. Because like when he contacted me for assistance with Naya, like with doing the research and stuff in order to see what kind of outfit she would have and like what are some of her like cultural conventions, because like in the Pathfinder campaign it's fictional, but it does take heavy influence from Kenya when it comes to like the language and the naming conventions and stuff. So we were like, let's do some experimenting and stuff with it. Because I have a character named Aluna, and to anybody who's seen Jujutsu Kaisen 0 with like Yuta and them, there's this one character named Miguel. And there's this character named Miguel, and he's from Kenya. And he's the MVP, bless him. Shout out Black Excellence. Cause like he's the only person who lasted 15 minutes in a fight against Gojo and didn't die, and he was able to live and tell the tale. And people were like, "Oh, but he got his ass beat and stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah, but he lived." That automatically puts him above the curve of literally anybody else in the roster. You can never. We love Black Excellence, but pretty much my character, Aluna, is his cousin. And she's like, because when she was stationed in the United States for a couple of years while she was getting a degree in mass communications, and while she was in the United States, she actually helped to solve a human trafficking case over there. And Gojo is essentially trying to make connections with other cursed families, because it's just like the higher ups are hyper traditional and we're outnumbered and stuff. And if there's like a curse user going around and organizing these curses like a darn union, then we need to be proactive and stuff. So he like has this set up with Miguel's family, since Miguel is already training his cousin Yuta, and that part is canon. But because of her experience with solving a human trafficking case in order to track down a curse user with her stuff, she's going to get involved in order to try to track down the curse user, because the Jujutsu sorcerers have been eating McStruggles with that. And then stuff happens. I estimate from like the ideas that I have and the sort of sequence that I want with the story, it's gonna be at most 25 chapters, and I already have 2 down. And I'm so proud of myself, because like I haven't really written, like I've written prose and fragments and stuff. I've only written it in like fragments and stuff, so. But she got boobs. She got boobs. They just small. So like to write whole chapters again after like eons of inactivity, it's nice. We love you, 3D model. Of course, I'm gonna have to adjust some things. I should make the feet a bit wider. I'ma also make the hands really big. Well, not really big, but big enough to actually see. So like some of the research with the I have this thing where sorcerers don't necessarily always call each other sorcerers, like depending on the region and depending on cultural attitudes they may use a different word. And what I have it is that in Kenya, due to stigmas against witchcraft, because like even without the colonialism, like in Europe, witchcraft is technically when you take away like the Catholic Church stigma, witchcraft is a neutral term, and it just depends on how you utilize it. Whereas specifically in parts like South Africa and Kenya and whatnot, witchcraft is specifically bad magic, and then they have a specific term for any magic that's like good or neutral. So instead of calling themselves sorcerers, they call themselves wali, which is the Arabic word, and it pretty much roughly translates to friend of God. It's pretty much what you call Muslim saints, because Kenya has like a long, intensive history of Islam in the country due to contact with I can't remember what merchants came down there, but there was like a lot of contact and stuff. So like they use words wali, or well, not wali. Put on your Sunday clothes. There's lots of world out there. I'm gonna make the hands a little bit bigger. Turn off the ruler real quick. Also make the selection a lot smaller. Oh my god. Yes. And they use like katamat to describe, instead of curse technique, is katamat. I don't know what word they're going to use for reverse curse technique, but I know it's not going to be some lame shit like like what was Gege thinking? Like there's curse technique and there's reverse technique, and even though reverse technique is like good for specifying what it does, like that's just a mouthful. Like, why didn't you come up with another word, Gege? It's okay. Ugh, my worst enemy, feet. You know how hard it was making this PNG model? Because, like, well, there is no technically. It is a full body model. I just cropped it so that it could be able to fit in she has boots on though. I'm gonna be scared. I'm gonna be scared and not draw any toes, cause like she got boots on. I don't have to do that. Actually, nah. Let's be brave. I'm not gonna draw those toes though. I wish that Clip Studio Paint Like, you know the thing where you do that, where you could position the hands and you can make them open and close and curl and stuff with the fingers. They should do that for the toes as well. Let the foot fetish artists have some additional resources. You know what I'm gonna say? Yep, don't say it. Actually, okay, I gotta look in a book real quick. Where's my book? I'll be back. I got like 3 big ass anatomy tip books from Taco. I think it's like 1737 or something. And unfortunately, all of the text is in Korean, so I can't even find so I can't even use the table of contents. So I just gotta flip through it and pray. I won't be silenced. Yes, you will. Now that I think about it, I should do like some polls. Like, I just had a random thought. I should do some polls of what other emotes that I should draw. But it's not like anybody uses them. Actually, no. One person used one, and I'm like, yay! I do have to do... I need to actually give subscribers some incentive besides the no ads thing. Like, remind me to do the subscription emotes, because I know what I'm gonna do. I wrote down what thing, because I already wrote down like a really big list of what kind of emotes I want. I'm gonna draw my own, because that's more financially viable right now. I love being an artist who could draw your own stuff, so you don't have to pay people for things. Okay, Toes, where are you? I see a lot of stuff on drawing hands, which is helpful, but not necessarily in this moment. It's book 1. These are eyes, these are head angles. Bitch, where the feet at? Okay, I'm seeing legs. Okay, the feet came after. Bless. Thank Jeebus. Thank Jeebus. But, what was I saying again? Before the feet struggles. Oh yeah, I was doing world building with Jujutsu Kaisen, or like supplemental world building, in order to make my OC fit, because like, I don't know, I like doing stuff like that. I like using the existing lore within the series to, or creating my own lore to enhance upon the series, because like, when you write a fan fiction, you can do whatever you want, right? But I use fan fiction to sort of practice and enhance my craft, and I like working within the limitations of the narrative in order to do that, because I feel like that stretches my creativity muscles better. Like, the sky is definitely the limit, but at the same time, I do like having some limitations and being able to navigate them, especially when I worry about internal consistency within my own stuff. So I don't like having the characters like be really out of character and stuff, because like my thing is, okay, if I love a character, I love them because they are the way that they are. I may make like one or two adjustments, but that's really it. Because if I gotta change all of this different stuff just to make my fan fiction make sense, I might as well just make an OC, and I'm not afraid of making an OC. Like, so many of my OCs are inspired by pretty much spite. Because, like, folks are like, well, oh, if you don't like something, you should make it. And it's just like, bitch, I've been making it. Get on my level. Anyways. Like, you want to know what inspired Nema? A lot of things. A lot of things. But when it comes to, like, the way that her body is shaped in particular, I made Nema squishy for two reasons. One, because when Zibia was telling me, like, Bakura's preferences in a woman, and it was, like, his favorite feature is tummy, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna give her rolls. And it worked, right? It worked. I gave her rolls. And it's a good day. But the second reason why is that I see a lot of art depicting big girls being loved on, and it's always like the big girl usually doesn't have confidence in that moment. Like, it's always like she's being loved on, and it's a way for the dude to like prove himself that he genuinely likes her, because like she grew up without esteem when it comes to her size. And like I understand why that kind of media is made, because you know, we live in a very fat, hostile world, and some people do need that art to like encourage themselves and be like, yes, you can be wanted, and be wanted in a way that isn't dehumanizing and da 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 da. But at the same damn time, for the love of Christ, can we please make some art of some confident fat women, please? That's why I like, okay, Rose Quartz is objectively one of the worst characters in the entire roster, and I can't stand her. But the one thing that I hella respect when it comes to her as a character is that she's a big woman, and she is the most coveted person in the roster. And she will forever be iconic for that. Like, Steven Universe gets a lot of shit for things, but I think that something that they excel at is casual representation. Like, the fact that there's a lot of different features that exist amongst the characters, and it's treated like a Tuesday, like it's normal, and it's nice. And there aren't any complexes about how one looks and stuff when it comes to like size or whatever. It's great. Like, that's such a breath of fresh air, and it's partially why I made Nema the way that I did, because like I'm tired of seeing big women who don't love themselves, and then they gotta wait till like a big hunky dude tells them that they're hot for them to like have a sense of self-worth or self-respect. Nah, Nema has that before she meets the hunky dude. So when he hypes her up, it's just a bonus. Like, it's there and it's appreciated, but it's not something that she needs for herself. And then I also like hate some of the writing for when it comes to like the fat woman encouragement. Like, why you always gotta say some shit like real women have curves, as if women aren't shaped differently. Hey, Pass. I'm doing great. Right now, we're struggling to draw feet, and I'm talking about why I draw some of my characters the way that they are, or why I make my characters a certain way. Because like oftentimes whenever I create stuff, like it's partially like, the first thing is fun. I draw because I like the creation process, and it's interesting, and I learn a lot from it, and for the most part I end up liking the final product of it. but a lot of stuff is also a means for me to like either self-reflect and stuff, or I'm making the media that I want to see and aren't seeing. Because like, you know how people are like, oh, if you got a problem then make it, and it's just like, bitch, I'm already ahead of you. Hands and feet is the general struggle for every artist. You know, I think that feet are genuinely worse, especially when you don't draw them, because like, unless you're a specific kind of artist, you really do not draw feet as much as you draw hands. I don't even know why I'm drawing feet anyways, because like, I'm gonna cover these with boots, but I'm like, maybe a Basil, the person who I'm doing this this sheet for, give me just a moment. The person that I'm doing this sheet for wants a mannequin, then the option is there. So I'm like being proactive, because it's just like, what if she wants sandals? I'm putting boots on them. But essentially, I got the general body done. This took a lot less time. Maybe because I drew the 3D model. Because y'all won't believe how long it took me to do my body for my damn... Doing my body for my character sheet. It wasn't delivery, it was the struggle.